So what's up, you guys? So in my previous video I stated that I was going to make a video that was different than what I usually post, or the subject's going to be a little bit different, and this is obviously what the video is about. So I've liked RC stuff for a long time. I've always followed them. I knew a pretty good bit about the companies and the vehicles and stuff like that, but then I was never able to get one because, as most people know that do this kind of stuff, these aren't the cheapest thing in the world, and not everybody's parents are going to buy them a $600 to $700 RC truck and let them beat the shit out of it and stuff like that. But I'm an adult now and I have my own money, so this is mine. So this is the Traxxas TRX-4 Land Rover Defender D110. There's a lot of things on here that are not stock, and I'll talk about those in a minute. A few things that are on it are probably obvious, but for those that don't know anything about these, or you're wanting to buy one, I just want to point out that there's stuff on here that is not stock, so don't assume that yours will look like this. So I'll get right into it. So like I said, this is the TRX-4 Defender. They made a bunch of different vehicles with TRX-4 body style or frame platform. That's the word I was looking for. They made the Defender, the new Bronco, the old Bronco, the K10, the K5. The K10 is the Silverado, the K5 is the Blazer, and I think there's a tactical unit, and there's also the G63 AMG wagon that they made and a kit of also. And they have the TRX-6, which is a 6x6, and they made the Mercedes the Mercedes AMG 6x6, and then they have the flatbed 6x6, which is called the Hauler, or Ultimate Hauler, or whatever the hell it's called. But underneath, all the TRX-4s are virtually the same. The bodies are different, the wheelbases will be different, give or take what vehicle they're on. But mine is a Defender. Mine is in that gray color. It's a metallic gray. There's a lot of things on mine that are not stock, which I will talk about here in a minute. But just to go over some stuff about it, this has a 2-speed transmission with a high and a low. It has independent suspension front and rear. It has a 4-link suspension front and rear. It has a panhard bar on the front. The rear does not have one, which I thought it did, which is strange. It has portal axles, and I made this video earlier and I forgot to mention that stuff. So I have my stock tires on it. This sits up higher than most RC trucks would because it has portal axles. So where the axle dog bone actually goes into the axle, it goes in right here, but the wheel is actually down here where it actually spins, and that gives you a little bit of height. A lot of military vehicles have those. I know the Unimog, Mercedes, they have those. It gives it a little bit more ground clearance. They make a lot of upgrades for this, which is one thing I wanted when I bought something, is I wanted to buy something that had a lot of upgrades, had a good aftermarket support, because I didn't want to buy something that there ain't nothing out there for. Like my Fusion, for example, there's not a lot out there for it compared to like my Tahoe. My Tahoe's got plenty of stuff out there for it. The stuff that I've done to it, so this does not come with any lights or anything like that. I'll just explain a lot of the stuff I've done. So the stuff I've done is these wheels and tires. These are actually from Amazon. They're from a company called Hobby Park. I don't know who they are, but that's the part number. That's what they say. It says Hobby Park 12mm hex 1.9 set of 4 with red rims. It comes with the tires, the wheels, and they're beadlock. They're also aluminum. They're not plastic. They are true beadlock. You have to put them together. These are the factory wheels that came on it, so I'll take these off and put them next to it. And these are heavier because I have water in them still, but they're not. The new ones are a little bit taller, but not by much. The new ones, they are directional, by the way. If you do buy these tires, they are directional, so you can see how these are kind of angled like a like they're greater than or less than, like the alligator. Like instead of like this or like this, you can see that they are angled a certain way. So make sure you pay attention to that. Just like these that came on the TRX-4, they are directional. So if you mount them backwards, it's not going to help you, because I almost mounted these backwards, but I paid attention. The wheels are not factory. The lights are not factory. They are a Traxxas part, but they did not come on this already installed. When you buy the 6x6, I think they come installed already. The light kit that I have is the Traxxas light kit. It comes with headlights, taillights, the light bar, and the rock lights, and you can see the rock lights under there. It also comes with the power distribution block, which is inside on the body. My taillights are not lit up because I guess I have them plugged in incorrectly. What else? I have new front and rear bumpers that are also metal. They are from Amazon also. I like them, but I didn't care for them originally because these don't come with the instructions. The bumpers didn't, and neither did the wheels. So that's kind of a letdown, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But it doesn't take much time. I just had to look up a video on how to do it, and it didn't take much time for me to put them together. I also have this chain that I bought off of Amazon, which is actually a lot longer than I needed it to be. So I'll probably cut it in half and make 2 more chains out of it, or maybe 4. I don't know. It's a lot longer than I need. But the bumpers, it came with metal D-rings on the front and the rear. I also have the Traxxas winch, but unfortunately it will not fit this bumper. You'll probably have to buy the Warn bumper and the Warn winch from RC 4-wheel drive in order for it to work. And this is the controller. So this red button right here on my thumb that's the high and low for the transmission. And then the top, that's the front and rear differentials. So as you can see, everything works. It does what it's supposed to do. I have a Traxxas 500 milliamp 3-cell or 3S battery in it right now. Just as a warning, if you're gonna have lights or a winch, or you're gonna have a lot of lights or whatever, just know that when you use them at the same time as you use the vehicle, you are gonna cut down the amount of time that you have to play with the vehicle. So I have all the lights on right now. I'm gonna turn them off because I am gonna take it outside and see how these tires do. But if you're gonna play, because I did go play with this at night on the beach, and it still runs fine, but just know it will shorten the run time. These are brushed. These are not brushless, which is crap, but it is what it is. As a beginner, I would consider this to be a beginner, or you could buy somebody a Trail Finder 2. That would be a great beginner vehicle because they're not really expensive. They're very bare bones. You can start from nothing and work it all the way up to a really, really, really highly modified vehicle. I ordered a lift kit for mine from Traxxas, so I'll be doing that as well. I also want to buy all metal axles, and I want to buy a whole bunch of new stuff for this to make it look better. And then I'll also buy another vehicle, which I'm not sure what I'll buy. I might buy a Trail Finder 2, so this can pull the Trail Finder 2 around. I'll also buy a car. I'll buy a bunch of different stuff just so I can get in every different kind of area of RC. Because there's helicopters, planes, boats, trucks, cars, semis, drift cars, drag cars. There's all kinds of stuff. There's rock crawlers, monster trucks, everything. So, and like I said, these are the factory wheels. They're a 1.9. They're okay. These are not the factory ones, like I've already said. I took the spare tire off just because I don't like it. I wish I could take all this stuff off the back, but there's not really a way to do it unless you want to remove this piece, and it's kind of structural, which I might just take it off anyway. It's not really a big deal, or I'll just cut those off. I don't like this look. I'm not going for the whole Overlander look. That's not what I like. So, but and another thing about the light bar is there's a switch that you can actually dim the light bar, and which you can kind of tell it makes a difference. Not a whole lot of difference, but it does make a difference. But I'll just do like a quick somewhat of a walk around because I can't really get to the other side. But you see it is nice and lit up, and like I said, I do want to buy a new winch for it, and I have a lift coming. It's the Traxxas high lift. It's like it has, I think, about an inch of ground clearance all the way around. So there you guys go. And I'll probably put these are 1.9s as well, and I'll probably put 2.2s on it. So yeah, it's got a metal frame. Like I said, 2-speed transmission, front and rear lockers. They're not very fast because it's a brush system. The brushless vehicles are always faster. I've had brushless vehicles and they're very fast. Like I've actually bought a hobby grade before, which I actually forgot about it until just now. I had a Savage Flux from HPI, and it was, or HP, I think it's HPI, I can't remember, but it's a Savage Flux. It was very fast. It was a brushless, and I had a 3S lipo on it, and it would do cartwheels, and it would balloon the tires really bad to where they actually burst. So I like the fast stuff, and ignore my dryer. I like the fast trucks. I like the bashing trucks. This is not really a basher. This is a rock crawler. You can jump it. That's what I did when I had it at the beach last week. But that's why I have the suspension kind of firm. And I also have it where it's kind of high up. But, yeah. I mean, like I said, there is still a lot of stuff you can do to these. And I have a lift. I'm not going to show putting the lift on, but I will show it done and all that stuff. So, a friend of mine has a blue one. And he has the same kind of wheel. Not really the same ones. But, yeah. There you guys go. I'm definitely going to be posting a lot about this kind of stuff, and about the Fusion, and about the Tahoe. The Fusion, like I said in the previous video, may be gone here soon, so I'll have to find something to fill that void. I'm not really sure what it is yet. Might be something fast, might be another truck. I don't know yet, but we'll see. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later.